Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing really, really well today. I'm Michelle Legaly, and welcome to our live class we do every single week, some type of intuitive life coaching tool, intuitive life coaching training, tip, inspiration, experience. Every single week we do something. It's either for you to get coaching and you take the coaching and use it, and I hope it helps you in some way, or you try the tool, and if it's valuable for you, go use it with your own intuitive life coaching clients. If you're here with me live, please say hello in the chat. I'd love to say hello right back at you. Here's what we're going to do today. Become a prosperous intuitive life coach. How to become a prosperous intuitive life coach. Because I'm getting ready for the challenge next weekend. Next week is all about the 5-day challenge called Become a Prosperous Intuitive Life Coach. If you haven't joined it yet and you want to join the challenge, I'm going to put the link to sign up in the chat. Let's see. Hopefully, let me know if you can see it right there. Yeah, say hi in the chat. I'd like to say hi back to you. We're streaming on YouTube also, so anyone, you can also comment from YouTube. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you an overview of what the challenge is going to be about, just the key points. So it's almost like the Cliff Notes version, if you're old enough to know what Cliff Notes are. A summary of the whole challenge is what we're going to do today. And I'm going to try not to go off the rails too much and just give you a little snippet of each one. But the whole premise of the challenge and today is Prosperous Intuitive Life Coach. I'm literally just sharing with you my journey, and any woman who wants to become a life coach and actually make a living from it is who I want to serve. So if that's you, say yes, I'm interested, or that's me, or join the challenge. I'd love it. Okay, so 2 things that I've learned myself and what I see in my own students. We have to believe in our coaching. In order to become a prosperous intuitive life coach, you have to believe in your coaching. And you believing that your coaching is valuable and that your clients are getting results, that doesn't come from us meditating about it and seeing ourselves as awesome intuitive life coaches. That might be a piece of it. But the biggest piece I see is being brave enough to go out and coach people and get feedback. That's the scary part, is actually going and doing it and getting feedback from people. If you don't feel like you're ready to go out and coach and help people and get feedback, then get some training, get some coach training. There's nothing wrong with learning the coaching skill set. I'll be teaching a lot of that next week. My 4 pillars, I'm going to talk about them today too. Once you've got some confidence with your coaching, that you feel like, okay, I'm actually helping people. You're only going to know that if you actually go out and do that and get the feedback and people saying that was really helpful. My life is better because of that. That's where you're going to get the confidence in the actual doing and feedback. Sometimes you'll get feedback like, that doesn't make sense to me. And it'll make you wobbly, and then you're going to get even better and better at it. Okay. But it all comes down to practice. Once you've got some confidence with your coaching, there's a whole nother skill set to learn. And I call it business building. You can call it marketing. You can call it marketing and business building. It doesn't matter, but that's an entirely different skill set. And what I've learned now that I've helped a lot of people become coaches and build their businesses, teaching you how to become an intuitive life coach is actually the easy part. You already have it in your heart to help people, but you just don't know how to build the business. Does that make sense? So teaching you the business building is going to be the harder part. Okay, so let's go through these right now. First, let's talk about the intuitive life coach training. There's 4 pillars. Life coaching, that skill set. So there's life coaching. There's energy / emotional / subconscious work to do with people. There's an intuitive skill set to learn. Your special sauce is really, really important. And then also like understanding how to charge for your services, activating the business building woman inside of you. That's all going to be part of the challenge. And then we're going to have lots of bonuses during the challenge. Charging for your services. It's probably the number one thing I hear from people that say to me, "What? I don't know how to charge for my services. How do I start charging for my services?" Pricing and positioning. I'm going to be sharing that with you during the challenge. I'm going to introduce you to some of my intuitive life coaches. We're going to be clearing the fears and blocks around becoming a coach and charging for your services. And we're actually I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my own business. Have you ever been like either on a live like this, or you've joined a challenge, or you've joined a webinar, and you're not sure if the person who's teaching really has the credentials? I have. So I always want to be transparent with you. On the last day of the bonuses, I'm going to be pulling the curtain back on my own business. Like, what does it really take to have a 6-figure business? Or if that's what you even want, like we have to figure that out together. So I hope you join me on the challenge. I get some flack sometimes, and I know this is just a reflection of my own stuff, but I get some flack sometimes from people when I talk about becoming a prosperous intuitive life coach, because the prosperous part, I mean, making money. I want us to make a living at coaching, whether you want to make $10,000 a year, $20,000 a year, $50,000 a year as a coach, $100,000 a year, $500,000 a year as a coach, $1 million. It doesn't matter. That's up to you, what you have in your heart, what you want. That no one can take that away from you. You get to desire whatever you want, and that's okay. You're allowed that. Give yourself permission. But sometimes I'll get flack from people that say to me, "You shouldn't be charging for your gifts. You shouldn't be charging for your gifts." And if that's you, don't join the challenge. Right? Our coaching, it's allowed to be your career, where you're allowed to make any amount of income from your desire to coach. I used to be a 4th grade teacher many years ago, and it's really interesting. I never had a parent come into the classroom and say to me, "You're just teaching my child because of the money. You're just teaching my child because of the money." I was like, well, it is my career, but I do love teaching your child. Like, one's not exclusive of the other. No one said to me as a teacher, "You're just using your gifts of teaching to make money. You can't do that." No one did that. It seems interesting that it's in this profession, the healing profession, that we've got a lot of mixed signals about it being a gift versus charging for your gift versus all that. It seems to be the only industry where we are butting heads with each other. So I want to be super clear. The Prosperous Intuitive Life Coach, this challenge is really about creating a career out of being a coach. Okay. And if that triggers you and that bothers you, this challenge probably isn't for you. If you recognize that it triggers you and you know that's something you want to heal within you or look at or shine some light on, then I welcome you to join the challenge. But I used to be in the closet about wanting to make money. The people I grew up with in mediumship and in the psychic world, and when I wanted to create a career out of it, there wasn't anyone really making a living out of it. We were getting clients every once in a while, but it was not what we did for a career. We had regular jobs, and then we did intuitive work on the side every once in a while. I want to change that dynamic. I want it to be mainstream that intuitive life coaching is an actual career. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I know I went off on a rampage a little bit. If you have any questions, please ask me in the chat. I'll come back and check them. If you're watching the replay, please put #replay. I'd love to say hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. The link to the challenge is in the chat. I can't wait to get started. It starts this coming Monday, August 1st. Again, we go all week plus bonus days. I think we go a total of 9 days. I want the challenge to have more value for you than the last thing you purchased. So if you show up daily or watch the replay daily and you lean in and ask questions and reach out to your coach and grab the workbook, if you do all that, you're going to get more out of it. And the more you get out of it, the more clarity and direction you're going to get towards coaching, if that's the avenue you want to go down. Okay, hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.